But one of the things I think that there are a lot of steps if you think about it, right? Someone has a rental property they've had for 20, 30 years. They know there's deferred maintenance. So in their mind,
Yeah.
right, there's has to be the repairs of the property, getting it ready for sale, then going through the sale process, then setting up a QI, whatever that is, and then finding the properties, maybe coordinating financing if they have a mortgage on the property they're selling. So there are a lot of steps if you think about it that can be overwhelming. What's so nice about aligning with professionals like you and with us at Mirador Capital Partners is that you're able to really have all that friction for the most part eliminated, right?
Absolutely.
With everything that you do,
Yeah.
basically pass you the keys. You're going to get
Yeah.
the property ready for sale. You're going to take care of the staging, the photography, the inspections, make sure all that stuff's taken care of, have the property sold. We coordinate the QI, so the money's going to flow straight there like it should. We do all the due diligence on the DST and making sure that our clients are going in a great project that fits their goals. And it's pretty much turnkey working with us, which is awesome.
Absolutely. I really believe that the team behind homeowners do make a big difference in their experience and in their options. There's so many agents out there. There's so many real estate agents. Some got their real estate license yesterday. Some have been in the business for a long time.
Yeah.
I would strongly ask home sellers to ask about the team aspect of the real estate agent. So you're on my team as a financial advisor. I pass your information to everyone. That's because, guess what? You manage my money. I know how good you are. And with that, opens up a lot of options for home sellers. So yes, and I have vetted home inspectors, vetted home painters, everything a real estate transaction needs to be successful. And now we've added another aspect of it, as in giving you other options, not necessarily having to just 1031 exchange it to another rental property where you are still a landlord. And yes, we can make this very streamlined. We sit down with the prospective seller, we sit down with them, and we really kind of lay out all their options and show them what's possible. And they could just literally hand me the keys. Some sellers want to be a little bit more involved, and that's totally fine as well. But most of my sellers, after meeting with me a couple of times, me going through their home, yes, they just give me the keys, Chris, and they're like, Gigi, we trust you, go for it.
Totally, and that's amazing because you think about if you have a property with deferred maintenance, you're thinking, well, I've got to coordinate with a painter and a flooring guy and the dry rod and all this different stuff, right? But you don't need to know all those people. You need to know one person, and it's Gigi.
That's
right?
me. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the key, right? Because I have been through all the homes. I've done multiple flip before you sell. So that aspect, I've got it down packed. I know what's trending. I know what buyers are looking for. So it's easy. We've sourced the floors. We've sourced, all the paint colors that are trending. White is no longer in. Most sellers still think that's in. Buyers don't want white anymore. White cabinets are out. News alert, right? So these are the things that my sellers depend on me knowing, so that way they can benefit. And if a seller, like you said, sitting on an overvalued asset, maybe they're retired, and the property has been in their hands for over 25 years and it's been rented for 25 years. It's overwhelming to think about selling it.
Absolutely.
It's hard. And then not knowing the financial benefits of doing certain things a certain way is only not going to help them. So sitting down with us would help them out a lot. Yeah.
Great. So Gigi, can you give maybe an example of a property that had the deferred maintenance and kind of what your process was then?
Absolutely. Yeah. I have so many stories. I have so many case scenarios. I think I have very good 15 case scenarios where it's jaw-dropping how much of a difference we've made in a home. But one particular one stands out. My clients were on the $50,000 budget, so all they could do was $50,000. So we fronted that cash to them through Concierge Capital, which they got a credit card in the mail, and they gave me the keys and said, Gigi, go for it. So I have great vendors that I pretty much send business to all the time. So I get a special discount for my clients through them. So we sourced out the floors from a local place where they had a big sale on this type of floors, so wide planked, beautiful white oak floors. This property was not touched for, I want to say, at least 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So we had an old kitchen, old bathrooms. With only $50,000, I was able to get the kitchen cabinets painted, new handles, new countertops, because we sourced those also on a discount because they were no longer carrying this granite. We put beautiful, light, very calm granite. Everyone thought it was quartz, but I'm like, nope, it's granite. So we sourced all this discounted material, and it was great material. It's just no longer, or it was on sale. And so we were able to source a very good price material for them. And then from there, we got the bathrooms, also cabinets painted, new countertops, new lighting fixtures. So with $50,000, this was in Hayward Hills, gorgeous home, beautiful views, about 1,550 square feet. At the time, we were comparing it. Comparable sales were about $1 million. Some were going for $950 with the same kind of dated look. With $50,000, I was able to go to the market at $1,100,000, and we got $1,350,000. I'm
What a
telling
win.
you. And this was not a crazy market, but it was crazy enough to get only two offers. So, and that was the other reason why I was like, no, you cannot just go to market this way. We need to update you because the market is not as favorable as it was. You couldn't just throw anything on the market and have it go bonkers anymore. You know, there was competition. So with any time you want to get the property ready to market, I think it's so important to get someone that is connected with vendors, with handymen, with contractors, painters, you name it. And I actually enjoy sourcing these materials and putting together everything they needed. And I also have a stager that is amazing that works on every project with me. And she's able to help me with colors and things like that on coordinating to make everything look good and then stage the property.
Yeah,
So
what a great example. I mean, so your clients had an additional maybe $300,000 in proceeds to reinvest.
we couldn't believe it. And it was